Daniel Quinn, what's going on, man? Mike Adams, Zone. Chris Lou, what it do? Anthony Cooper, Lee Ruff, what's cracking, man? How y'all doing? Joshua, what's going on, man? The Marine tapping in, what's going on? HBH007, what's up with it? Hectic Nasty, man. Oh, man, I'm just chilling, man. How y'all doing out there, man? Ernesto, what's going on, Fresno? Hey, what's cracking, man? Fresno Wild, man. You see that story I just dropped? Low key, what's going on, man? Dago, what's cracking, man? Scuba Slim, oh, I'm just chilling, man. How you doing, man? Hey, Joshua, I can't pronounce your last name, man. Thank you, man. Your birthday is in August too, huh? That's what's up, man. Hope you have a good one, man. If it hasn't passed yet. Hey, Lee, I appreciate it, man. Lee said he tuning in from work. Oh, there go Mellow Smoke Dope. What's going on, man? Yard down. What's up with it? Crazy 8, what's going on, man? Somebody say you should do call-ins eventually. Okay, HB, you gotta put me up on that. I don't know nothing about a call-in, man. Mike Adams say, how do you get strikes out here, man? Well, basically a strike is just any any violent crime that you commit, man. You know, they have some crimes that I guess are actual strikes and some aren't. But the majority of the felonies, I guess the violent felonies, they're strikes. Okay, August 30th. Slim say August 30th, so you coming up, man. Joshua say don't worry about his surname. He African, so it's tricky. Hey Joshua, so I'm just curious, man. Are you from East Africa, wherever you from? Was Swahili spoke? Because when I was locked up, I ran across a couple of cats, man, who was from Africa, and they had spoke Swahili and stuff. So they was basically telling me, you know, back then I was pretty good at Swahili, but they was basically telling me that my Swahili was kind of like it was like broken. You know, it was basically just kind of like a slang, a real horrible slang, you know. But so I was just wondering. 805, what's up with it, man? Hey, Mellow Smoke Dope say you the big unk. I never had it. I appreciate it, man. Crazy 8 say, tell us a mobility impaired story. Antoine, what's going on, man? Joshua, I would try to say, is it Kwahiba? Your last name, Kwahiba. Oh, okay. Joshua say he from South Africa. Oh, okay. Cause yeah, from some what I understand, what Swahili is spoke in Eastern Africa, huh? Marcus Allen, what's going on? Hectic Nasty say, how you feel about Tupac? Yeah, man, I fuck with Tupac heavy. I liked him, you know. Well, I won't necessarily say super heavy, but I definitely liked him, you know. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Oh, Joshua say I got that spot on. Yeah. H007 say you tell the best stories, man. I appreciate it. Jose Luis Sanchez, what's going on, man? Yard down. Stephen Gold. Stephen, is it Stephen Gold or Stephen Gold? Say he loved the merch. Let's see some headwear pretty soon, man. Well, you know, soon I plan to kick out, you know, some hats and some joggers, man. You know. Hopefully y'all will go over there and go check my website out, 16tolife.com, and go check some merch out, man. Help me help me drop some of this merch, man. Uh the more the more merch I sell, of course, the more I can come with other stuff. I don't know if anybody out there has ever bought any of my merch, but my merch is kind of decent. So I didn't want to just go get any of the thing, any old thing. So I done loaded up on some t-shirts and some stuff. So I gotta dump some of this stuff, and then I'll bring in some other stuff. Bohannon say he just started following me. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. Hectic Nasty say it's your strength that I gravitate, man. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Hey, Joshua say, do I got any more Fox stories? Yeah, man, I got a couple, man. I'm gonna drop one pretty soon, man. Like I was saying though, just due to the difference in the age between me and Fox, and then he was pimping and doing his thing, and I was hustling and stuff. So we didn't hang out much every day like I would, one of my homies. But hey, that's crazy, man. Love, gratitude. Say you ever run into somebody from Skyline, Pyru in the pen? Hey, man, I just ran into somebody from Skyline not too long ago, man. He's a pastor now. His name was Doughboy. But yeah, man, I ran into a gang of Skylines, man. Uh there was an older cat, he's older now, his name is Bugs. We used to play basketball all the time. But yeah, I ran into a gang of Skylines, a gang of Lincoln Parks. But see, the bad thing about it is, I don't necessarily be hitting dudes up, like asking them where you from. So, I bumped into a gang of San Diego Damus, and I can't necessarily remember if they was from Skyline or Lincoln. But yeah, I done bumped into a few of them, man. Tony Starks, the Green Light Show. Peace and blessings, brother. Hey, the Green Light Show, what's going on, man? I seen where that little story you had done on me, had me on your page, man. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it, man. All that is good publicity, man. More makes me more visible. Somebody who is that says Black Dynamite, you can really rap, man. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Bars for days. Oh, he from Louisiana too. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Oh, that's a good question, man. Joshua said, "You feel like does he feel like I deal with PTSD, man? Most definitely, man. Most definitely. And I think I'll talk about that a little bit on one of my shows pretty soon, man. Anthony Suarez, what's going on, man? Jared Gober, Trey Prince, what's up with it, man? Wally Cervantes, hey, how you doing? Anthony said one of my favorite meals to cook up in the joint, man. Well, man, I'd probably have to just say, man, just I throw some beans and rice, some beans and rice, some chicken in the can, see, because I don't eat no seafood, man. So that of course prevented a whole lot of what I'm real picky, so that limited what all I could eat, man. But it was real quick, some beans and rice, instant beans, rice, maybe throw a soup up in there, chop some meat up in there, man. Burritos, tacos, depending on what prison I was at. Different prisons had different access to different things, but anytime I could get some tacos, man, that was actually my favorite, but you have to have somebody working in the kitchen that could fry up the shells for me. Matter of fact, I had a good buddy, man. He was from San Diego. Matter of fact, it was a trip because somebody was talking about him the other day. Milton Pettis, man, and he was up out of San Diego, man. He was a crypto. Actually, he was from Oceanside, and he worked in the kitchen, man. Real good dude, man. And he'd be hooking up a lot of the meals and stuff, man. Trey Prince said, "You got spirited shows. You're gonna go. You're gonna go far." Hey, man, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Love from the Bay. What's cracking? Hey, what's going on, man? Yeah, I got a couple of good buddies from the Bay, man. 6'9" Ville, one of my good buddies, man. Ernest Moore, what's up, man? He said, you plan on doing any workout videos? Honestly, I never thought about it, man. And more than likely, probably not. You know, I do some burpees and shit here and there. I don't do you know, I was never a big old super, you know, super giant, burpee man and stuff. I hit the bar sometimes and then burpee a little bit. Black Dynamite said you got to do a jailhouse meal on camera. Hey, I'm definitely trying. Hey, you know what? I tried to order me a package, man. I wanted to order a package so I could open it right here in front of y'all. And I checked 2 spots, and they don't they only send packages to the prison. So I got one more. I'm gonna hit up, man. But see, because what I'm trying to find these instant refried beans. And when I first got out, Smart and Final was selling them, but then they stopped selling them after a while, man. So I wanna find them, man. Yampton Pig said he like my music. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Hey, somebody said, do you plan on doing reactions? Me and a dude was talking about that a couple of days ago, man. And what I want to do, hey, give me 1 sec, y'all. What I want to do, I gotta find, you know, certain people's material and content, you know, you can't react to. So I gotta find things that I can react to that I can upload and still try to get a few dollars up out of. But yeah, man, I'm gonna definitely try. Somebody said the super Pisces ever crossed my mind. No, you know, actually not at all, man. That's yeah, I don't think about super Pisces. Against all odds, that's them Keefe beans. Hit their website. Yeah, I may have to, man, because that's definitely what I'm trying to. That's definitely what I'm trying to find, man. What's going on, Chakam? I can't quite pronounce your name. Chakam, Kwabar, Shao, Yashuran, it looks like, or something. Excuse me, I can't pronounce it quite right. He said, what's good, brother? Keep dropping those videos and let them shorties know what's real in the joints from Statesville to Pelicans Bay. Hey, most definitely, man. Somebody say, both of these. Doesn't he look like the OG Omar? Yeah, I get that a lot. I mean, well, actually, I don't get that a lot in person. Just ever since I've been on YouTube, Cat's been telling me that, man. Thunder Dunk say go to Walmart and find the refried dry beans. I think I went to Walmart, man. I didn't see the kind that I was looking for. You know, the kind, just the instant refried beans that you can hit with some water. Joshua say, you think you'll ever write a book? Oh yeah, most definitely, man. I'm starting the process right now, you know. I'm just trying to do so much, man. Matter of fact, I just went and shot a video the other day, man, and so I'm gonna be dropping a video soon, man. I'm gonna upload it, and of course, also the song on Apple, Spotify, and all that old type of stuff. You know, a lot of cats was getting at me, asking me why I hadn't put some of my music on Apple. But like I was telling y'all, the majority of those beats was other people's beats I was rapping over, so I couldn't upload, of course, somebody else's beat on Spotify. But now that I've developed me a small little following, now you know I'm gonna start hopping on them original beats, man, and dropping some of that stuff or dropping all that stuff on Apple and Spotify, you know. Oh, somebody said, "What's up with the interview with the ex KKK member, the white supremacist?" Yeah, I've been uploading it, man. I think I still got a few more parts, and more than likely, what I'm gonna do is I'll just probably upload it in like 2 big parts, man, and get it out there to y'all. BMI or ASCAP? I think I signed up to ASCAP, I believe. Hustle through the struggle. What's going on, man? H007 say, have you ever heard of 60 Days In? Yeah, I heard of that, man. When I first got out, I watched a few episodes of that. Both of these, no, I ain't got a publisher yet, man. I'm gonna write the book possibly and then try to shop it around a little bit, you know. The House of Learning, what's going on, man? Joseph Smith, what's going on, man? Hey, I appreciate it, man. Slim Jim, St. Louis, Missouri in the house. What's cracking, man? Phoenix Lyrics, what's up, man? You ever seen Beyond? You ever no Beyond Scared Straight? Nah. Uh, I don't know if I ever seen Beyond Scared Straight. I have to look into it, man. Ray Reese, what's going on, man? Mr. T Knot. Oh, Mr. T Knot say getting locked in California from out of. Okay, let me say he said getting locked in Cali from out of state. Oh, do you have to pick a car? Oh no, man. I just seen several dudes, man, who was from out of state. Philly, Memphis, New York, Arizona. It was one matter of fact, it was even one cat from Alaska. But no, you don't have to pick a car, man. You can do your time, and for the most part, ain't nobody gonna bother you. Um, it just all depends on how you carry yourself and who you choose to be around. Somebody said you ever been fishing? You know what? No, when I was younger, man. Um, my pops and them used to go fishing. I never really had the patience for that shit. I was always a hyper kid, man. So you know, I was always a hyper dude who never really, never really got too much into fishing and stuff. No, Joshua asked me, you ever watch World's Toughest Prisons? I might have seen something like that when I was locked up. I know National Geographics, they had something, man. I think you know what? Matter of fact, I think I did because I seen a prison on there. It was called Black Dolphin, and the prison was from Russia, and so yeah, so that might have been that show. Give me one sec, y'all. All right, y'all. Hopefully I just got old dude up out of here, man. The dude that was making the weird comments and stuff. Okay, HB HB H007. You know what? I'm gonna look into that, man. The world's toughest prisons. That's a good idea, man. Swag De Niro, man. What's going on, man? I'm just chilling, man. Mr. 512. Carlos. What's going on? I can't pronounce your last name. Solorzano. Mookie, what's up with it, man? Larry Drake, hey, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Both of these, hey, thank you. I appreciate it. He said he went gold 3 times at Midnight Records and also at Protected. You need ASCAP to set you up with an A&R. I'm gonna definitely look into that, man. Daniel Quinn, he said his dad was amazing. I did 24 straight and said it's good. He watched the videos. Oh yeah, most definitely, man. And it shows what happened if you can go down the wrong path. Most definitely, man. G7, what's up with it? Little John said, you meet any Asians from Orange County? Oh yeah, I met a gang of Asians. I can't necessarily say if they was from Orange County, right? Because I didn't, like I say, I don't, unless I just hang with them on a daily basis and we get to talking a lot of times. I don't necessarily be, asking, hitting up dudes and asking where they from, man. But yeah, I met a gang of Asians in there, man. Especially a lot of them from Long Beach, but a lot of them everywhere, Wally say, how long you gonna be streaming? I'm gonna probably be up on here maybe another 10 or 15 minutes, man. All right, my bad, y'all. Lexley, what's going on? She says salute. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Hey, look, sometimes too, cats be asking me, who do I be watching on the prison? Do I still watch prison stories, man? And it's it's a lot of good dudes out there, but I haven't, been watching a whole lot of them. But okay, the couple of ones that I do watch, man, it's a dude about of New York named Saint Last, and he be having some hella good stories, man, about Rikers Island. And then it's another brother by the name of Banky Pound, and he done like 33 years, man. And man, that's a long time, man. 33, he done 33 years, and he got a good show too. I'll be checking him out, man. He got some real good stories. So that's Banky Pound. And also, I'll be checking out Saint Laz, man. That's STLAZ, man. Both them dudes got some real good stories, man. Real interesting. Yeah, Carlos. Hey, that's a trip, man. Everybody be calling for my Fox stories, man. And I got a couple more, like I say, due to and at that time too, man, I was probably about 18, 19. Fox was probably, I don't know how old Fox was, man. Probably like 35, 40, I don't know. But like I was telling some cats, due to the age difference and stuff, we didn't hang around every day. So I don't have a whole bunch of stories, but I got a couple more good ones. And then, actually too, Fox, he shot one of my partners one time from Chicago, man. And my partner, he's still around. I just talked to him a couple days ago. He stayed out. Well, now he's back in Chicago, and actually he was just back in Montana not too long ago. But I'm gonna try to get him to come on here. I already hollered at him. He said he cool with it. He'd come on here and talk about how when him and Fox got into it, And so yeah, man. I've been trying to run down some people who had some interactions with Fox, but a lot of them people then passed away. Michael White, what's going on, man? He said, let me hear some scary stories, bro. I don't necessarily know, what might have been scary or whatever, but I definitely want to save all the channels. So the stories. So when I upload them on the channel, But I remember, like I say, one, just what was scary for me is I got caught up in an incident, man, and ended up going back to the 4-yard. My next door neighbors was some Hispanic dudes, and they was sharpening some knives, man, and you could hear that motherfucker. And that was just scary because, man, whatever they had in that motherfucker was not for play. They was whatever they was sharpening, that thing was big. And I told my celly, I said, man, if we ever get into it, man, we're going to have to come out and get cracking right away, man, because, it sounded like they had a hacksaw blade up in there. And, it was just, when a person is in them situations, man, knowing that, it could crack off at any moment, it's definitely not for play, man. It's definitely not for play. So, a lot of dudes who try to act like they wasn't scared or nervous in the pen, they lying, man, because especially on a level 4, it could pop off, man, and you can lose your life at any moment, any moment, man. And I done seen some Coos Bay Greg, what's going on? I done seen some cold knives up in there, man. I done seen some seriously scary looking knives up in there, And actually one of the most scariest knives I've seen was actually on a level 2 yard, So there was a dude, man, who was in a wheelchair. He was from 60s. His name was Kabu. He was in a wheelchair. And so to go back there to work, you have to go through a metal detector. But due to the fact he was paralyzed and he was in a wheelchair, they didn't search him. He just rolled through the metal detector, and it's gonna go off every day because he's in a wheelchair. So of course he starts smuggling knives back, and the knives that was getting made, they had a welding class. And so dudes, you had a lot of Crips back there or whatever making knives in the welding class and smuggling these knives back, man. And some of them knives looked extremely vicious, Lost in Yonkers, what's going on, man? Lakeisha Hollis, what's going on? Noah O'Vera, just tell me what I owe you, man. What's going on, man? Stephen Brook, have I ever seen someone trip out on drugs? That's a good question, man, in the pen. Right before I left, a lot of them dudes that started to get on speed, man, and it was running, the speed was, it was, man, that shit was crazy, man. And yeah, a lot of them dudes would be in the cell, man, screaming and hollering, talking about it was somebody after them, and it was demons, and they was rolling up, and the pen really started to change right before I left. Like I say, man, a lot of cats coming there on drugs, and to keep it real, people are coming from the street with a different type of mentality, man. When I came to prison, the mentality on the street was different. You grew up with your homies, man. Them dudes was your homies. Y'all was like brothers, You wasn't supposed to kill your homies, none of that stuff. Your homie drop your dope sack, his dope sack, you pick it up, you give it back to him. We was like brothers. But later on, everything changed. And some gangs, it was cool to kill their own homeboys. And so, if me and you, we banging the same gang, and it's cool for you to kill me, why are we even banging the same gang? Back in my days, somebody would kill one of their homies, they gonna get ran up out the hood. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be all bad. So, for them, they family, all that type of shit. So things have changed, man. And, when I was growing up, of course, it wasn't cool to do dope. And so later on, it was cool. Which eventually, changed the mindset of a lot of dudes, man. So yeah, a lot of dudes have been there doing drugs, can't pay their drug debt, and it's just the tide changed, man. I was glad I left, man. It was it was really getting different, man. Honestly, if I don't think I had parole, I was really starting to kind of like trip out up in there, man. I got into a fight a couple days before I was getting ready to go to my parole board. It was just the bullshit that was going on up in there, man. And then even after I got my parole date, man, I got into it with somebody. It's crazy up in there. It's the prison ain't nothing, especially, and well, at least them lower levels, But what I'm gonna do, man, I'm this week or next week for sure, I'm gonna try to learn how to do these Zoom meetings. I got a couple homies in the pen. And they got cell phones, so I'm gonna call them and interview them, man. So hopefully y'all will rock with that and check that out, man. Of course, I'm not going to show their face. I'm going to have them set their phone to the side where they can't see their face. We ain't going to say what pen they in, but, we going to, do some interviewing, and they going to tell y'all about how the pen is right now. Yeah. Some sets is extremely big, man. And that's the thing, man. When the sets get too big sometimes, also, people get to feeling, powerful, and get to, just doing a whole lot of stuff, man, beating up their homies and running dudes off, and it's no love, So, and Swag De Niro's right, man. He says stitching is everywhere, man. And that's true, man. Stitching is everywhere, and people don't get punished like it used to be. And that's facts, man. That's facts. A lot of people to think that, everybody in the pen, or initially when I first went to jail, I'm thinking that everybody is cool and everybody is solid, and that's not the case, man. There's a lot of dudes in jail snitching and telling, man. Like I told y'all in one of my stories, I was in the county jail, and I was telling the dude about my case. He had been to the pen a couple times already, and this dude was facing like 35 years with 85%, and he wrote the DA, told the DA I'd confessed to him, and he actually came to court on me, came to my trial on everything, so that's how shit is, man. Dudes, and I thought this dude used to be, he was a Crip, and I thought he was solid, and that's not always the case. Hey, yeah, Daniel said that Zoom meeting will be dope. Yeah, and you know what? I've been telling my homie I'm gonna do it, man. I just gotta get on it, man. Like I said, I just try to do so much, and it's just me trying to figure out all this shit, and doing the videos, and then the little rapping. I'm still at the studio, and then trying to write the raps and just do a lot of stuff. Like I say, I just shot a video not too long ago, y'all, maybe about 2 or 3 days ago. So we didn't got the video edited to the way I like it, and now I'm just waiting to get it put on Spotify and all those streaming sites because it's an original beat. And then I'm gonna drop the video hopefully in a couple of days. Hopefully I'll be ready for y'all, man. Then I'm gonna be shooting another video next week and also a video after that. Coach G say there are those that say the brothers are the only car that accept punks openly. Well, I mean, okay, if you're talking about a car accepting a punk, I ain't never seen that. I ain't never seen, like for instance, a punk will say, "I'm from such and such gang. I hang with this car." But no, so that's not true. There are, of course, homosexuals of every race, but I've never necessarily seen a car just embrace the homosexual and say he's from our car, don't mess with him. No, but I definitely have seen more blacks who I guess are in relationships with homosexuals than I have any other race, and that's just keeping it real. Romance McDowell said he loved he loved the videos. That's that Cali swag. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. Swag Tenero said he got a homie that he could write on Instagram. He does interviews. Doc TV is the name. Okay, yeah, that would be cool, man. Sack. Oh, I can't pronounce your name. He say stay blessed, man. Sack Boon Savith or something. Sorry about that. I can't Jamil Hayes say, how do you feel about the way that pimps treat women? I mean, I got to keep it real, man. I'm older now. I'm 50. You know what I'm saying? And so, of course, it's a shame. I no longer like necessarily, and actually, I no longer necessarily think that's cool. And actually, I never did. Actually, when I first got to Montana, to keep it real, I couldn't stand pimps because to keep it real, I'm from a small town, man, and so everybody grew up knowing each other, and so everybody that I knew was somebody's mother, somebody's cousin, somebody's sister, and so initially, of course, I couldn't stand them, because to me, in their mind at that time, they felt that being a pimp gave them the right to try to talk to every single woman, and so initially, I didn't like them, man, but eventually, I'm starting to sell dope and interact with them and that type of stuff, and so I started hanging around some, being with some, and so but yeah, it's not necessarily something that I believe is cool. MJM, what's going on? What's going on, man? Hey, yeah, I appreciate it. He said that hold you down remix was dope. Hey, thank you, I appreciate it, man. Inner City Detroit, what's going on, man? He likes the Fox stories. Taz MSB, man. EJ Hendricks, what's going on, man? Shantae, is that what it is? Shantae Gary Sr., how you doing? What's going on, man? Illinois gangs have a military structure and strict laws, so the prisons don't go up as much. And you know what? See, that's one thing about California gangs, man. California gangs don't have a lot of structure, especially well, they don't have, I was gonna say especially in the pen, but they don't have a whole lot, and they've never had a whole lot on the street either. So, uh having structure, of course, is good, man. And anything, not necessarily good it's not having it good for gangs, but I mean just having structured period is good, man, because people aren't moving. People aren't moving solo and just doing things, man. You already know it's a line of it's a line of commands that a person has to go through before you make a move, man. Little villain. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. He said, "Chill, you the truth." Thank you, man. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Daniel Quinn say he don't like when people dislike my seriousness and for granted they take my seriousness for granted and want to make a joke off my presence. Hey, well, that's cool because actually, like I say, man, and really in person, man, I'm an extremely big clown. Man, y'all just wouldn't believe how I just clown all the time. So I understand that, that's how I used to be. Sometimes everything was funny to me, man, and make big jokes and all that type of stuff. So it is what it is, man. MJM said big blessings. Taz MSB, sup with it, big homie. You like showing people it's always a different way to get paid besides thugging. And most definitely, man, you got to, it's called, being able to diversify your portfolio, man, because most of the people that's rich, they getting money from a whole bunch of different avenues, man. It's not just one way, man. And like I say, I honestly think that maybe out of maybe 1,000 people that's thugging, maybe you might have two who really get rich and may not go to jail, but for the vast majority of them, it don't turn out good, man. And EJ Hendricks, he hit me with the question. My bad, man. Did any inmates ever commit suicide? Yeah, man. I seen a few inmates commit suicide, and the most times where I seen inmates commit suicide was in the hole, man. It just something about being isolated, being in there by yourself 24 hours a day, pretty much 23 hours a day. It just some dudes couldn't take it, man. You had to be mentally strong, and then if you happen to go to the hole, you might have a girlfriend and she can't come visit you, or the visits are behind the glass, and sometimes not getting a letter, man, it really affects people. And so yeah, that's that's where I seen people commit suicide the most, man. Dave Sugg, what's going on, man? King Teflon, Jug Jug the legend. You know what? I don't necessarily think I ran across nobody from Oregon, man. That's a good question, man. I don't think I ran across nobody from Oregon. Oh yeah, most definitely. Taz say most dope boys and gangsters take a L, far as going up the road. Yeah, if you rare and you lucky. Yeah, but unless you took the bad path and telling them motherfucker something like that, which is true, man. Most people, man, they gonna take a L, they gonna take a few L's. When you in that lifestyle, man, because that's what it is, man. Young Nail say, "What's up with a feature, bro? Hey, look, man, cats be getting at me about a feature, and I always tell them, man, I'm down, man. Just get at me, man. Hit my You can email me at 16 to life music 16 to life music at Gmail, man. That's yeah, that's 16. That's the number 16. DALIFE music at gmail.com. That's 16 delife music at gmail.com at .com, man. Get at me, man. We'll definitely we'll definitely do something, man. I definitely come through there and gas that beat for you, man. Oh, hey, OG Classic Jones, man. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. SD Flight 88, what's up with it, man? My boy SD Flight 88 in the house, man. How y'all doing, man? All right, hey, for sure, man. Give me 1 sec, y'all. 1 sec. Use this bathroom real quick. Hey, you better stop, dog. right, what's cracking, y'all? Antonio, what's going on, man? Antonio, I can't pronounce your last name. Antonio Caranco or something. Just tuning in. I'm a new subscriber, man. Hey, I thank you. I appreciate it, man. Joshua, say, how do you feel about sending you beats? Oh, hey, man, listen, I'm always looking for hot producers, man. I'm always looking for hot producers, man. So yeah, man, hey, send the beat, but I'm already tell you, man, I'm picky. I'm real peculiar and picky about the beats, man. But you know, send me something. I don't necessarily, the beat don't have to be West Coast. It don't have to be any particular style. You know, if it's hot and I like it, I'm gonna hop on it, man. Gary Land, what's going on? Watts in the house, man. What's up with it? Dan, Dave or Dov Sugg say, see our prisoners over here. We got TVs, phones, hi-fis, DVD players, PlayStations, showers. We can smoke, wear our own clothes. We can get in big posters and flags. And check this out. We check this. We €3 a day for being locked. We've been locked up. Oh, okay. So where you at? Exactly where you at, man? €3. I know it's over there. So in Europe somewhere. So let us know where you at, man. Dante Proctor. Love the channel, bro. Keep it up. Teach the kids, man. I got shot 6 times behind some street and it had to learn the hard way. Hey, man, damn, man. Hey, sorry to hear about that, man. But you know, I'm glad that you're here, man. I'm glad that you're here, man. And I know that definitely had to be scary, man. OG Classic Jones say he just sent the email. All right, hey, I appreciate it, man. If y'all want a feature, hey, y'all get at me, man. Y'all see SD Flight 88 was nice enough to throw up my Gmail, man. Y'all get at me, man. Okay, Shantae was saying his son make beats. Okay, that's what's up, man. So you gonna get an African Warrior type beat, man. Hey, listen, man, if the beat is gas, I'll hop on it. Okay, Dave, am I pronouncing your name right? Is that Dave or Dov? But anyway, he's from Ireland, and I seen some documentaries about. I don't necessarily know if it was in Ireland, but I seen some documentaries about some of the prisons over there, and yeah, they had a whole lot of stuff over there, man. As far as in terms of prison, you know, they had a lot of, you know, schooling and just a lot of stuff that basically, like, it didn't seem like the dudes was in prison, you know. Okay, yeah, all right, Dave. He said, so it's Dave, man. Little Villain say, please do more sit-down interviews. He really enjoyed all the content, man. Hey, you know what? I'ma definitely get to that, man. He on the east side of LA, Low Bottoms. Okay, yeah, that's what's up, man. I've been reaching out to a few cats, man, and I'm definitely got some more coming up. Hey, so look, Little Villain, let me ask you this. And I'd ask somebody else too. Would y'all prefer, you know, like just one big long interview, or because I think the interview that I done with the ex-white supremacist was a bit too long, you know. So what I'll do now is I'll probably just break them up into, you know, no longer than probably 3 parts, you know, maybe 15, 30 minutes each, something like that, you know. But like I say, for me, man, it's just still a learning process. I'm still trying to figure it all out. And I definitely appreciate all y'all rocking with me, man, you know. Did you catch Scandalous D and San Manuel? No, it wasn't San Manuel. And just to keep it real with you, Romy Rome, I don't really want to say what spot I caught him in, but yeah, man, I caught the dude and he was sitting there gambling, doing some more foul shit. You know, I told him, get up, let's go get your address. He's like, oh no, I can't leave because I'm not supposed to be in here and shit. But you know, the dude was still on some slick shit, man. Some cats never learn, man. Somebody said, "What do you think about the vaccine, man?" I'm not big on conspiracy theories and all that old type of shit. And to keep it real with you, I got the vaccine. I got both of them, man. It took me a while, but it wasn't because I was skeptical about taking it. It's just because I'm a procrastinator when it comes to some things, But shit, I finally went and got it, man, because I look at it like this. I just assuming that all them cats who passed away from it, if they were still here and they had the option of would they take it or pass away, I think they would take it. So that's just me. You got a lot of dudes who are conspiracy theorists and theorists and thinking that the government is trying to do this and the government is trying to do that. But shit, I'm gonna take my chances taking that motherfucker. Shit, I didn't done too much time to get out and come home and die now. Yeah, yeah. Bam Bam Tweed said he took his too. Yeah, man. Matter of fact, I one of my friends' mom, she passed away from that. So I'ma definitely Coos Bay Greg say he's worried about the side effects. Well, when I took mine, I took the man, I'm trying to remember which one I took. Is it the Federa? What is this shit called? But the one I took, man, the first few days I was a little bit busy. I mean, I was a little dizzy. I think the Moderna, was it the Moderna? I was a little busy for the first week maybe. I was a little dizzy here and there, man. But the next one I took, I didn't have no side effects whatsoever. Jay Ogletree say sending love from Georgia. What's going on, man? More shot caller stories. Moderna. Yeah, I think that's what. No, you know what? The Pfeiffer. That's what I took. I think I took Pfeiffer. I think that's what it was. Oh man, yeah, Daniel. I always tell myself I'm gonna stay about 30 minutes, man, and I look up and it be 2 hours, man. But I'm gonna definitely get up out of here, maybe in another 10 or 15 minutes. To keep it real, I be bored, man, and I come on here. I like talking with y'all and stuff and chatting, and then I appreciate everybody for tuning in and subscribing to my channel and all that type of stuff. So I appreciate that, man. Romy Rome say chop the vids up and get your money. Well, that's what I did. That was the initial idea with the video with the ex-white supremacists. But I know after the first video, the numbers didn't do too good. So I'm wondering if you guys didn't like that interview, or was it sorry about that. I'm reading another comment here. If you guys didn't like the interview, was it too long? Because to keep it real, I was extremely interested by the interview myself, because when I done time in the pen, some people think that we're segregated, we don't talk to each other. No, we talk to each other and all that type of stuff, whites, blacks, Mexicans. But for the most part, they're not just to tell you all about their structure and all that old type of stuff. And also, for the most part, I just kept to myself in terms of with other races. So I didn't, if I worked with somebody, we talk here and there. But so some of the things that he said in terms of his policy and his thinking, I've always been interested in. So to me, it was interesting to me to hear, the things that he had to say. Kingsley U, what's going on, man? Uh, damn, Dante Proctor say he didn't had COVID 3 times, man, and he ain't dead yet. Well, that's a blessing, man. So hopefully, be safe, man. Yeah, that's what it is. The Pfizer. Yeah, that's the Pfizer. That's what I took. Oh yeah, yeah. Jay Ogletree. I guess she says she gonna have to change her name because everybody thinks she's a dude. Yeah, well, you definitely got to make it where we can realize that you are a woman. But I guess everybody just assumes that that you're a man or whatever, or a person is a man or whatever. So yeah, that would definitely be a good idea. Dirty ass goblins say, why would you get vaccinated, man? I just got vaccinated, man, because shit, it's definitely a disease. I mean, it's not necessarily a disease, but I mean it's definitely it's definitely I was looking at a comment there. It's definitely an illness and stuff floating around, and to see people passing away and stuff, I mean, that shit is scary, and so, I just figured it'd be safer getting for me, that's just a personal choice, man. I'd rather have it than not have it. Yeah, I ran across a couple Irish people, by them being Irish and stuff, we didn't talk a whole lot, but yeah, I ran across a couple. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Bam Bam Tweed. Bam Bam Tweed say this is not Tuskegee. And white folks is taking it too. They're not gonna give you something that would kill them. And I definitely believe that, man. I mean, they may be procrastinating and bullshitting when it came to other races, man. But that this shit is man, this shit is powerful. And to me, I personally feel it may be something that that's sent from God, man, trying to warn people or whatever. So yeah, I definitely I definitely agree with that, man. They're not supposed to give you something that's gonna kill them. This shit is killing some of everybody. So somebody said, G Money, you ever run across any bulldogs? And I think when I first hit the pen, man, in 96, now that I look back on it, um, there was a lot of Hispanics on the yard getting into it with each other, and at that point in time, I didn't know what it was, and so, but I think it may have been in '96. It may have been, I guess, when the Bulldogs split from whoever they split from, and so they was on the yard, squabbing and shit. So I think that's what it may have been. But ever since then, no, a lot of the pens I was at was down south, and I didn't run across a lot of Bulldogs or a lot of Northerners. Right at the end of my term, I ran across some Northerners, and then when I went to the hole in Corcoran, it was some Northerners in there who were some of my neighbors. Uh, so and I'll probably do a story about that. But it's crazy because in the hole, pretty much everybody was getting along. But yeah, that's crazy. I'll do a story about that. But Brad 730 say, should they call me Chill or 16 to Life? Well, my street name is Chill, man. 16 to Life, that's just my rap name. So actually, I would prefer Chill. I hear some people every now and then they call me 16, and that it still seems a little weird hearing it my damn self, to be honest, because that's just something I came up with after I got out. Hey, little villain. Okay, he say next interview 3 parts would be more than appreciated, and that's a good idea, man. That's a good idea. I don't want to make it too short. I don't want to make it too long, man. Well, Oxzico said you talk about everything else, but you won't educate us on the Muslims. Well, the only thing about that is, see, I can't educate y'all on something that I wasn't necessarily a part of. And like another thing, man, the Muslim, I was never a Muslim, so I never got too deep into what was going on with them. But you know what? I got some homies who did turn Muslim, and I'm gonna call them on. And so, because my thing is, man, I don't like to speak on something if I don't have the education on it, and if I don't have the information. I don't want to just be speaking foolishly, so outside of just seeing the Muslims do their thing, and I don't really know much about them, hey, but you know what, now since you're asking, I did see I did see two different Muslim factions in Salinas Valley get into a riot, or whatever, a melee in the chapel, and I believe it was the Muslims who followed Farrakhan's son and the FOI. I don't know what they got into it about. I was just happened to be outside in the area where the chapel is, and I heard somebody screaming Allah Akbar, and they got cracking up there in the chapel. So that just goes to show another, in my opinion, how brothers, man, we so divided, man. Jaden Henry, what's going on, man? Oh, you know what? My bad, y'all, too. I've been missing some of the names, man. Eastland Plaza. Ost McKinney. You listen to all my stories, man. He said, "What are you doing now that you're on the outside, man?" Well, I'm still working, man. I'm doing some of these stories. I'm rapping, I'm starting to interview a few people and just trying to figure things out, man. I'm enjoying enjoying being with my family and stuff. And so that's pretty much it, man. Oh yeah, man. Fox was super funny, man. He was super funny. I got, like I say, a lot of cats be asking about Fox, man. um You know what? Y'all give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab one of my little t-shirts. But the picture that I have on of the t-shirt is an actual. That's Fox. It's just the picture is in black and white. I mean, it's not a color picture, but that's actually Fox. Yeah, surrender that money. I'm gonna come up with some too to tell me what I owe you. I'm gonna do that pretty soon too. But yeah, this picture right here, this is actually Fox. And if y'all want to see Fox in color, I don't remember exactly what story it is, but my buddy he happened to have a picture of him and Fox, my partner D from Oakland, and I don't remember what story it is, but on the thumbnail, the picture of Fox in color is up, so y'all go and check. It's only a few stories of Fox, but I don't know if it's the picture of it might be the one called Fox exercises his Mac hand, or he puts his Mac game down, or something like that. Because sometimes I'll make a channel, I'll make a title, and YouTube won't they won't monetize it if the title seems like it's violent or something like that. So I'll have to change it. So that's why I can't remember the exact title right now. But like the one title when I at first if you guys hadn't seen the story called Josh, I'll pay you when I feel like it. At first the title was "Fuck you, Josh, I'll pay you when I feel like it." But of course, that type of stuff YouTube won't monetize, man. So I have to look out. I have to be real careful of the way I make the titles of my stories. But somebody said, "Have you ever done time in LA County?" No, I've never done time, man. Yeah, man. YouTube is they foo. They kind of trip, man. They trip sometimes. So like I say, I gotta be, and it's a trip because I have two stories that's the exact same title, and one of the stories they monetized, and one of the stories they didn't because they claimed it was violence. When I'm talking about I think I'm talking about Crafty D. When I'm talking about is it Crafty D, or I think that's the story. But part one they monetized, part two they wouldn't monetize. So it's just gotta be real careful, man. Floyd Baris said you had a good relationship from Hoover, although mostly Crips or Bloods, their criminals did not have it different. I can't understand what you quite trying to say, Floyd. Oh, you said who you had a good relationship from Hoover. Did you mean who did I have a good relationship with from Hoover? I had a lot of partners from Hoover, man. Me, I'm one of them cool cats, man. So I had a lot of partners from everywhere. Bloods, Crips, it didn't really matter. Dudes be thinking that we hit the pen, man, and we be set tripping and banging on each other and all that shit. For the most part, a lot of that shit is out the window, man. When you sit there and you in a building with somebody for 2-3 years, or 5-6 months, y'all playing poker and playing the cards and dominoes and watching games, all that shit go out the window. For the most part, unless people are from just hoods that are just enemies and they don't get along. Somebody said, "Do you got super chat?" Yeah, I believe I do have super chat. He said he want to support, and I appreciate it. Or you know what could be better if possible. It's another option is always Cash App, because of course I think YouTube takes like 70 or 30%. But however you send it, I appreciate it, man. So it don't matter, man. Daniel Quinn say, "What's your website again?" My website again is 16 to life. Oh, you know what? And I should have said that anyway. It's 16 to life .com, man. 16tolife.com. You know, while you at it, man, I ought to go showcase a few of my other shirts, man. Matter of fact, give me a minute. I'm gonna go grab a couple shirts, man. All right, y'all. We got the Black Yard Down shirt. We got the 16 to Life shirt. Then we got the Fox Surrender That Money in white. And like I say, y'all, that is an actual picture of Fox right there. That's Fox. That's the man himself. And we also got it in black. Then we also got the White Yard Down shirt. And all these shirts can be purchased on my website at 16tolife.com, 16tolife.com, and they can be purchased through PayPal. Then I also got the black, the hoodie. I got the 16 to Life hoodie too. Zay, what's going on, man? Yeah, I'm definitely trying to find somebody to also do the stories and animate them. And then this is the hoodie I was talking about, y'all. We also got the black 16 to Life hoodie. You know, a lot of y'all cats was getting at me, asking me, hey, chill, man, what's up with the merch? What's up with the merch? And for a long time, I didn't get the merch, man, because I didn't know if cats really was rocking with merch like that. But so, you know, I finally got it, y'all. I finally got the merch here. Pretty soon, I hope to come out with some joggers and some beanies too. Now, also, you know, the shirts on there, y'all, I have the shirts going up to on the website. The shirts are going up to like a 2X. So, but you definitely can get a 3X, you can get a 4X, you can get a 5X, you can get any size that you want. But it goes up a little bit more with the bigger sizes due to the more materials need to make, due to more material is need to make it. So I think like from anywhere from a 2X, I think it's $2 more. A 3X is like, it might be $4 more. A 5X, it's like I think a 5X might even be an additional like $5 or $6, $8, somewhere around there, you know. So and all those shirts will be made upon request. So they'll take a little longer. I don't have a bunch of bigger shirts in stock. And also the hoodies. The hoodies is gonna be made upon request. And also I have some, I should go be able to go pick these up in a couple of days. I'm gonna have some white hoodies. I'll have some white hoodies like this. Right now, I just got the black 16 to life, hoodies, but I'm gonna also have some white hoodies in this style. Luxuriant heirloom. Oh, that's a unique name right there. He says, Devon Lewis. All right, man. Hey, you be safe, man. He wants to know how you can support my music. Well, you can order my music two ways. You can go to my website, 16tolife.com, and you can order it from there, or you could Cash App me. My Cash App, maybe SD Flight 88 can throw up my Cash App, but my Cash App is $chill 700. Or you can also go to my Cash App and you can go to my Cash App and order it from there. And so, be sure to I got the CDs, the mixtapes, either on flash drive or you can get them on CD. So, be sure to stipulate which one that you want. Mirror Boy Jones said he cashed app about a week ago and the address and still haven't got it. Mirror Boy, let me know what did you order? Did you order you talking about a CD or a t-shirt? Rory Timberlake say, do any gay dudes walk the line? Yeah, people just don't assault and mess with people just by the simple fact that they're gay. You have not, I wouldn't say a lot, but you have some gay people walking the line and they're not harassed. Hey, yeah, Mirror Boy Joe, just be sure, Jones, be sure to let me know, man, what you ordered and what it was, and I'll hop right on it, man. Matter of fact, the flash drive. Matter of fact, man, if you can't, if you don't mind, because I got a pretty good memory, shoot your address to my Gmail. You shoot your address to my Gmail, and that way I can see if I recognize the address, and I can let you know if I sent it out or if I missed it. And look, lately, I don't know, some dudes been doing this, man. Please don't do this. Some dudes they'll send me the money on Cash App, and then they'll send their address on Instagram. And y'all, I just started going on my Instagram. I just noticed maybe about a week ago that there was messages on there. So shoot the if you order it from Cash App, put the address on Cash App. Even if there's not enough room, maybe put another $1 on there and I'll send $1 back to you or whatever. But some people have been sending me, they'll order a CD off they'll send the money on Cash App and then put the money on, and they'll put the address on Instagram. And so sometimes I don't see the address for 3 or 4 days later, or even if at all, I'm still figuring out how to navigate that damn Instagram. So definitely send everything in Cash App. Don't mix the two up. My Gmail is 16dalife@gmail. That's the number 16 DALIFE @gmail.com. Coop say, how you from Eastside Park Gang and you kick it with the Sappos? Well, first of all, homie, we don't necessarily kick it with the Sappos, right? But we don't beef with them. And then first of all, you got to keep in mind too, man, I'm 50 years old, so I'm not out there gang banging anyway. So let's get that straight across the board anyway, man. I'm not out there gang banging and none of that shit. Then a lot of them cats, we grew up with. And we didn't have no beef growing up. Now you may have some younger dudes, they out there doing whatever they doing, man, but some of them cats, man, I grew up with, or I grew up with their parents, and so that's what it is. Bannon is a small town, man, especially from my generation. Everybody know everybody. And yeah, so Mirror Boy, the one who waiting on the material, the merchandise that you ordered, the website is up right now, man. So actually, you can go there, you can email me and leave your phone number on there. I'll call you back tonight. I'll call you back when I hop off live, man, and keep you informed on the situation. Let you know if I recognize your address. That way I can tell you, yeah, I sent you something out to you, or maybe I didn't, and I'll get it into the mail. So yeah, just be sure, man. Be sure to it's, what is it? Muir F Boy Jones. Okay, yeah, Muir F Boy Jones. Like I say, yeah, hit me up on there, man, and I'll give you a call tonight, man. When I hop off, I'll give you a call and let you know. Like I say, if I recognize your address or what. Definitely want to make sure you get your stuff. AMC Bull, that's a good question, man. He said, why do you think you've been blessed to be free today? Is it God's favor? Most definitely, man. Most definitely. And then, even though I've done 24 years, right, to keep it real, compared to a lot of people who done that same amount of time or even less, man, I didn't have it that bad as far as a lot of dudes did, man, in the certain things that they experienced. I just always felt that, man, God or the higher power had his hand over me, man, because just certain things, man, when I was in there, of course, it wasn't no piece of cake. But, it was a lot of things, like, to keep it real, I never was in a riot with the Hispanics. We had a few standoffs, and stuff like that. But it was just, it was people who have went to prison, even sometimes 3-4 years, just experienced a whole lot of stuff that I didn't experience, man. And so, like I say, I just always look at it, man, like it had to be something, it had to be something more in it for me. And I always, even ever since even before I started doing the YouTube, when I got out, I just, always felt like, dang, why am I still here as opposed to some of my homies and some of the cats I grew up with, man. And I just definitely felt, man, that it was something bigger, That's a good question. Floyd says, do you feel a form of guilt knowing people went down for the same crime and you got out, or was it luck of the draw? Do you mean like the same crime? Are you talking about, like maybe a murder or something like that? I mean, you're not talking about, because on my crime per se, I didn't have no crimees. So you basically, what you're talking about is the same charges. That's what you're talking about. Hey Frankie, I appreciate it, man. But no, I don't feel a form of guilt, because a lot of times too, a person getting out, it determines on what all he did when he went to jail. If a person is up in there, I knew a couple of dudes, man. They had the same charges, right? They was crimees, and two of them, they been gone. The third dude, he's still running around getting caught with wine, getting caught smoking weed, doing stupid shit like that, getting caught with cell phones. So a lot of a person getting released from prison, when you have life in California now, within the last, like, I would say within the last, 10 years, it's up to that person more than ever, and it's a trip, because I see some of these dumbass dudes, they will go to the board and be found suitable. And some of these dudes will still be smoking weed, using drugs, using cell phones, and get their date snatched. If you're found suitable for parole, that's what they call it out here in California. When you go to the board and the board grants you, basically telling you coming home, you still have 5 more months. And if you get a disciplinary action, what's known as a 115, within that period, they're gonna take your date. You're not going home. And so I've seen a lot of dudes do that, man, which is crazy. How could you know that you get ready to come home after you've done a life sentence, after you've done 15, 25, 30 years, and you still playing with cell phones and still using drugs? You can't wait till your dumb ass get out. You can't wait five months, so I don't know. I don't feel guilty at all. It's a personal choice, man. If a person want to take that risk and he get cracked, then that's on him. Transfer 2007 say that's a good thing that nothing major happened while I was in there. Yeah, sometimes it's just luck of the draw, man. It's just luck of the draw. Like when I was in a reception center, everybody that went to see their counselors right before me, they got sent to New Folsom. When I went, like the week before, everybody was going to New Folsom. When I went, New Folsom was full, and so they started sending people to Salinas. Well, the cats who went to New Folsom, they got up there maybe in about 3-4 months. They had a big giant riot up there. So it just always meant sometimes it's just the luck of the draw, what penitentiary you end up, who's there, and the things that's going on. Dodgy players say, man, that forehead is popping the light, man. He on me, man. This motherfucker shining. I might have to go wipe this motherfucker off, man. Hey, Douglas Brown sent $10. Oh man, I appreciate it, man. He said he appreciate the content. Hey, listen, I appreciate you, man. Not necessarily for the $10, which I definitely appreciate that as well, man. But I appreciate you just supporting my channel, just tapping in with me, man. Because like I tell you guys all the time, man. 3 or 4 years ago this time, man, I had a life sentence. I didn't know if I was ever coming home because even though they had started letting lifers go, anything could happen. Anything could happen, man. And sometimes you get caught up in situations. So, I didn't know what was going on. So now for me to be able to be out, man, for me to be able to be free, first of all, that's a blessing in itself, for me to be back with my family and this and that. But then also for me to, to create a page and have so many people in such a quick amount of time, like my page, support my page, subscribe to my page, man, it's definitely cool. In the last month, man, I had 18,000 new subscribers. I've seen a story on YouTube where it says that normally it takes a year to get 1,000 subscribers, and so in the last month, man, I had 18,000 people subscribe to my channel. So that's just basically a testament to you guys, supporting my page and stuff. And so I appreciate it, man. I feel blessed, man. I feel blessed. Give me 1 second, y'all. Need to hit some of this water. Hey y'all, it's about 9:40, man. So I'm gonna probably stay on here another 5-10 minutes, man, and I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna definitely get at Oh, you know what? I gotta go plug my phone up before it died. Give me 1 sec, man. Goddamn. Okay. And then, like I was saying, your boy, hopefully by now you have emailed me and Douglas Brown, thank you once again, man. Hopefully you will email me your number and I'll get at you, man. Juju say, tell us a quick Fox story before I tap out, man. Hey, Muir F. Boy Jones, man, I definitely appreciate it, man. We definitely gonna throw you some more merch up in there, man, and drop something in the mail to you. Either tomorrow. I don't know if the post office is closed out here, man, or if not, definitely Saturday. I mean, definitely Monday, man. And some cats talking about they don't have the capabilities to play a CD, but I know they say it's programs out there where they can download it and put it on y'all phone or something like that. So I'm sure y'all can figure something out, with all this technology, man. But Juju, I like to save all my Fox stories and all that stuff, man, for for the stories. But I do remember a time real quick, man. I was at the bar and there was a bartender, man, and I'm gonna try to I seen his daughter. I seen his daughter on Facebook, maybe about a year or two ago. I'm gonna try to get a hold of her. And but anyway, he was he was uh he was basically, me and my buddy D, we was going around saying, fuck Mike, I want to be like Fox. We was clowning, and the bartender was drunk. He was saying, you got all these kids run around, want to be like you. And Fox went to talking crazy to him, man. Long story short, the dude's girl was there. Fox told him, that Santa Claus wouldn't bring his girl a real man, and he ended up jumping up on the bar, man, and talking shit. He was already drunk. Big James was probably about 6'5", big old tall black dude. I'm a man, because Fox was telling him, you ain't no real man. Yeah, you ain't no real man. Look at you. Your girl don't even respect you. Your girl won't even respect you, because his girl was in there in the bar. And he was, I'm a man. He jumped up on the bar. He was a bartender walking across the table on the bar, and fell off the bar and broke his leg, man. And then Fox really went to clowning him. And so that was real funny. Maybe I'll hit y'all with that story one day. AMC Bull said, how many times did you have to fight cats bigger and stronger? I didn't get into a whole bunch of fights when I was in jail, man. Maybe I don't know, man, maybe 6-7 fights, maybe a little bit more up in there. For the most part though, man, any type of bullshit a person gets into in jail, he brings on himself by either talking too much, gambling, just doing some shit. For the most part, man, people don't fuck with you and test with you, man. Test you, and especially once you show a motherfucker that you not necessarily that you can fight, but that you will fight. Big Swift say in J Musiku Kuwewe and Dugu, hey man, my Angu Swahili Baya, which is basically, man, my Swahili is bad, man. I don't really remember much of it, man, because I haven't spoken in a long time, man. So in Jama Gioni, which is good evening, and right now, man, nothing even coming to mind, man. But somebody asking me, you ran into enemies, man. No, I ran into a couple of them. I ran into a couple of them, man, and I also ran into some victims of my family. Some family, some dude who was related to my victim. But he really couldn't do too much. Because his family member told on me, and I had the paperwork. So basically, what you gonna do? You gonna ride? You gonna ride over a snitch? And I got the paperwork. I produced the paperwork, and he didn't really want no problems anyway. He was running around telling people, I had done this and I had done that to his fam bam. So I had to go get at him. Once it came to my attention, I went and got at him, pushed up on him. He didn't really know me. He just knew of me, and I showed him the information. I don't know if he knew or not that his fam had hopped on the stand and all that old type of stuff, and that was pretty much the end of that. But of course, I did go out there with that thing on me, because you never know how shit gonna turn out. And so, yeah. But Ost McKinney, yeah. Fox was hilarious, man. He had so much funny stuff to say, man. Gabe Jones, what's going on, man? I appreciate it. Love from Australia, man. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Hey, I appreciate you putting the people on out there to my, to my page, man. That's real, that's real mind blowing for me, man, to know that people are out there in Australia, paying attention and watching my stories, man. G Money to G Code say, how many riots have you been in or witnessed, man? I didn't been in a bunch of riots, man, or witness a bunch of them. Especially it seemed like when I left CMC in 2011. And then I came back, man. That motherfucker had just went up. CMC was normally was known as a cool prison, and that motherfucker just flipped and changed, man. And shit, when I came back, man, it was probably about 5, 6, or the police will write them up as riots, but I guess the proper term is melee. If it's sometimes it's like a 10 on 10, or this hood against that hood, and so but yeah, I've been in so I've seen a few and shit, G Loco, what's going on? How you doing, man? From AZ, from Phoenix. What's cracking with you, man? Dane Martin. That's crazy. He said, who was the sneakiest inmate you've been around? Well, you know what? I don't really know, man, because that wasn't something that I was necessarily trying to remember. But I know I did have a celly one time, called himself Arkansas, and that motherfucker's feet was stinking like a motherfucker. So he probably was the stankiest celly. He probably was the stankiest celly that I had, That motherfucker would take his shoes off and keep his socks on, and the whole fucking cell would be stinking. And he didn't. I guess he didn't really like the shower, man. Floyd Barry says, "What's more powerful in prison, knowledge or ranking?" You know what? And I would say knowledge, man, because I would say knowledge because sometimes, the dude that's running the car in prison, sometimes he's not always the smartest. He might just be the most strongest, or he might be the dude that's known for fighting the most and this and that, depending on what car. But if you don't have a great amount of wisdom and in terms of prison protocol and the way things go, you're gonna have your car in a wreck. So it's always better, in my opinion, man, to have a person in there who knows how to use diplomacy, who knows how to use etiquette. Because you can't just go up to another motherfucker, another hood, another race, whatever. Hey man, look, your homie done this, man. You can't go up to a dude, with these aggressive words. You got to know how to. Hey, look, man, look. This is how you approach a dude. Hey, say, homie, how you doing, man? Okay, look, we had one of your homies, go in my homie's cell while my homie was, while my homie had went to chow, he went in there, he stole some items, so this is a situation we gonna have to handle. You can't go, hey man, we get ready to fuck y'all homie up and this and that. It's very, you gotta be very cognizant of what you say to another person, man. It's all about sometimes, how they say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. But somebody asked a good question right here, man. Shantae Gary Sr., he said, what got brothers in California to speak Swahili? Well, especially generations before I came to prison, man, Swahili was something that was very prominent, and because sometimes it's important and it's almost necessary to know how to speak over other people's heads sometimes. You got to keep in mind, you had the Hispanics who spoke Spanish. Sometimes, it was very important to be able to talk to another person without everybody knowing what you're saying, and then along with brothers, studying and being militant, that was just always a tool that was, that was useful. And then, the longer, people start coming to prison, shit like that started phasing out. By the time I got to prison, and was speaking Swahili, especially on the lower yards, you had dudes saying, "Oh man, they talking that old black shit. Them dudes on that level 4 bullshit. They ain't got to talk that shit." So it's just, some dudes didn't understand, man, the significance, But I told you guys a story how we got into a riot, man, with the Bloods. And we ended up going to the hole, man. There was a few of us in there who spoke Swahili from the IE car. And, when we got out the hole, can you guys actually believe one of the Bloods that we went to the hole for having a riot he came to me, he said, "Hey man, I was real impressed with that stuff, man. You think you could teach me how to speak Swahili?" And so, it's definitely something that's useful, man. It's definitely something that's useful. And then I remember another time right after I got out the hole for that riot, I had a homeboy, and it's crazy, man, because since I've been on YouTube here doing these stories, I was talking about him. His name is Thumper. He was from Los Gang in Moreno Valley. Somebody came on here and said, "Hey," they told me, "Are you talking about Thumper from Los Gang?" He said he passed away. But anyway, I was in the kitchen on B yard. He was in the kitchen on A yard, and you could come out the back of the kitchen. And it's maybe about 50, it's a gate. It's maybe about, you come to the gate, then it's like 50 feet in between us, in between the yards. He's on the other side on another yard. And so me and he was speaking Swahili to each other. And normally you're not supposed to talk through the gate. You're not supposed to talk from one yard to another yard. But it was a white guard sitting right there, and he was young, probably in his early 20s, and I could tell he was extremely impressed by hearing us talk another language. So he sit there and let me talk to the gate for as long as I wanted to. And he was new. I definitely knew 100%. Had I been talking English, he would have stopped me. But he was just shocked to see me, talking another language. So after I done that, he came to me maybe about 30 minutes later. He said, "Hey man, are you from Africa or something?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm from Africa, but I wasn't born in Africa." I said, "My heritage is from Africa," because that's what I mean. Blacks is from Africa. I don't give a fuck where we was born at. But he said, "No, but so he asked me, were you born over there and blah, blah, blah." I said, "Well, no, I was born over here or whatever." So he said, "Man, what was that language that you were speaking?" And I said, "That was Swahili." And he said, "Oh, well, how did you learn that?" And I told him, we studied and learned up in there. But he was extremely impressed, And like I say, sometimes, man, it's a necessity. Sometimes, you may hear Hispanic, he'll come to his people. He'll talk in Spanish. he may be saying, hey man, come to the yard, it's getting ready to be a riot, man, bring your knives out. So that is when you're in a place like that, man, when there's war going on and strategic planning and stuff like that, man, it's always best to be able to communicate. And some people don't take, certain stuff like that serious. They think it's unnecessary. Black people, and that's just me. I always took, trying to survive in prison necessary, man. I mean, I always took trying to survive in prison to the, to the heart. And so I just felt it was necessary, and it was something that I wanted to learn. Somebody said, did whites speak German? And yes, I ran across some whites who was speaking German in there. You didn't hear a lot of them, but it was a few of them, who was into that Hitler, into their history and all that type of stuff, because for the most part, outside of whites and blacks, everybody else in prison spoke another language. You had Asians in there, you had Hispanics, you had dudes from Filipino, you had Samoans, you had a lot of different other languages flying around, and with the exception of the blacks, everybody else spoke another language. Jordan say, "Where you from?" He from 11 East Coast, man. Well, I'm 50 years old, man, and so I'm from Bannon, man. I'm from Eastside Park, but I know a lot of cats from 11-8, man. I know a lot of cats. I know Tiptoe. I know I think it's Little Polo. What was my other boy name? I used to play basketball with. I can't remember his name right now, man, but I know a few cats from there, man. What was this dude's name? Riff Raff. His name was Riff Raff. Tall cat. I don't know how old you are. I don't know if they're younger than you or older than you, but yeah, like I said, I know a few cats, man. No, I never did see Wes Watson. I don't remember seeing any Somalis. Top Dog, that's a great question, man. He said, what books did I read in prison that helped me? You know what? I didn't read like a whole. You have a lot of dudes in there who read shit like they'll read stuff like The Art of War or the 48 Laws of Power. I read a lot of books that was entertaining, but I always would seek for, you like there's always knowledge and jewels in books, even though the books are entertaining. And one of my favorite books that I read, man, was a book called Makes Me Want to Holler by Nathan McCall. And I done literally read that book at least 20, 25 times. And every time I would see that book, I would pick it up and read it. And the dude just basically, man, is basically he grew up in Virginia. He was basically out there gang banging. They wasn't Crips and Bloods, but that's what they was basically doing. He ends up going to prison, changes his life. He gets out, starts working for a prominent newspaper, and just certain things that he's talking about in the book, that he started changing the way he used to walk, because growing up in the 70s, 60s, everybody had that cool walk. They wanted to be cool, but he noticed when he got to work around all these white people, walking like that made him stand out, like that pimp limp or basically stuff. So just stuff like that, man. Trying to incorporate stuff like that, man, into my everyday program, man, and just it was books like that, man. And I wish, man, wish that I had wrote down all the books that I read, man, because I was an avid reader, and sometimes depending on the book, I might read 2 or 3 books a week. And so now I just wish, man, I wrote down all those books, man, and kept a list of everything that I read, man. Somebody asked me a good question. Oh, that was Sir Juju. He said, did you guys try to learn Spanish in there on the low? Yeah, there was actually, right before I left, man, there was a black dude in there that was fluent in that shit. He was fluent. And I ran across a few black dudes in there who knew Spanish real well, And so I think that the Southsiders, I think they would have frowned on a Southsider teaching a black Spanish in there, because of course now you can understand what they saying and this and that. But there was Pisces in there teaching black Spanish, and they never got in any trouble to my knowledge, or a lot of dudes in there were just ordered in books on tape. You could order the books on tape or on CD and stuff. Stigmata, if I can't pronounce your name, man. Terry Hill say any Inglewood stories, not necessarily, I don't think any Inglewood stories in particular, but Stigmata say my stories is hilarious the way you word them. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. Hey, y'all, so I'm getting ready to pull out, man. I'm getting ready to hop on off here. 1957. Prodigy say, how was that first blunt when you first came out? You know, I don't really smoke weed, man. Plus, we was on, we was on parole, so you got to piss in the cup and all that old type of stuff, man. So the kid, what you say, Watson lost their whole power. What the lights is out in Watson? G Money say, do you think blacks will ever have that structure to be more organized? No, I don't. To be honest with you, I don't, man. Black, as especially in the pen, we're too divided, man. I honestly think that we done lost our way. That's a, I'll say that for another time, but no, I don't think so, man. Mac Red, hey, that's a good question right there, man. He said, "Were you shocked to see the demographic changes in Cali with regards to the decline of the black population and the increase of the Hispanic population when you got out?" Actually, no, man, because when I was in, I was reading stuff like that, man. Like I say, I was an avid reader, man, and I was reading this newspaper. It was from LA, and this might have been 10, 15 years ago. And basically, the newspaper was talking about, it was talking about all these schools in LA that used to be black or used to be heavily populated by blacks back in the 70s. And now they were showing now they were showing the race, they were showing the black to Hispanic ratio back then and the black to Hispanic ratio now. And all these schools, man, was dominated by Hispanics, And then of course you could see the change on the yard. I remember one day in Ironwood, man, this is probably about 2000 and I'd probably like to say around 2000, up in there, 2000, 2001, we was in Ironwood on BR, and the Hispanics were on lockdown. I can't remember what they was on lockdown for, but they was on lockdown, so they was feeding them by themselves. So they was feeding, they would feed the blacks and the whites, and after they fed us, they feed the Hispanics. And so we was outside on the yard, we was programming, and so we was like, damn, man, look at all them, look at all them essays or whatever, look at all the Hispanics, man. And so we sat there and we counted, man, and I think it was somewhere around 300 of them in one building. We was like, damn, so we realized it then, man, that it was a whole bunch of Hispanics, and they just have the numbers. That's just it. It is what it is. The Hispanics had the numbers, man. Hey, but anyway, y'all, it's 10 o'clock, man. I appreciate y'all. Dio say Ashton Stone is one of his favorite songs, man. Hey, I appreciate it. Salute from Chicago, man. Hey, y'all, I appreciate that, man. I might pop up on here tomorrow somewhere around 12. I don't know, man. But hey, y'all stay solid out there, man. AMC Bull, so he from St. Louis. His wife is Hispanic. He met Pip and Ken. Hey, respect, shout out to everybody, man. Roland Johnson, Roy Timberlake. You know what? Hey, that's a good question, man. Roy Timberlake, real quick, say, why the Crips in Cali call themselves on the East Coast? I don't know. Call themselves East Coast Crips. I don't know. I know they on the east side of LA, but you know what? That's a good question. I don't know. But I'm an interview. I got a couple buddies, man, from East Coast. I plan on interviewing, and I'm gonna definitely ask them, man. Mac Red, hey man, I appreciate it, man. Mac Red hit me with 99 cents. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Bam Bam Tweed. Y'all stay straight, man. Everybody out there, man. Y'all have a good night, man. And I'm gonna get at F Florida boy, or I can't remember his name, Muir F boy or something. I'm gonna give you a call right now. Hopefully you can hit me with that information. And y'all stay straight, man. Have a blessed night out there.